Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And it's going down. It is going down right freaking now. And that's why I decided to make a little bit of an emergency XRP update. There have been quite a lot of things which have been going down recently. For example, the China crackdown and basically the Chinese investors all switching over their Tether and their crypto to Chinese yuan because they do not want to be stuck in crypto. But also something we have noticed is actually in regards to the price that XRP right now is retesting the area which we pre-specified, basically the big support from a couple of months ago, but also from a couple years back in 2018. I told you guys in the live stream earlier today that this is going to be a point which we can definitely hit and basically bounce from here, come back upwards as we right now have corrected properly. And also guys, there are a couple of other bearish factors going on right now. I mean, for example, Bitcoin is going lower and lower and lower. People were afraid that it was going to go close below the 21 EMA. It is surely going to do that because the EMA would end here over at about 46,000 or so. And there is no way that Bitcoin still, as of the last couple of hours here, last 8 hours, is going to then close all of a sudden above 45,000. That's just not going to happen. That's wishful thinking. It ain't going to happen. The only question now is, will what I said before happen? A bounce of the 20 MA. That would be juicy. If we go even below that, things are looking even more negative than they are right now. Now, things, however, are switching over. RSI here is looking extremely oversold on XRP, and the same thing is going on for Bitcoin. It is looking extremely bullish in that specific sense. Now, XRP once more, if it just bounces here like we expected, things are still looking amazing. Our last little point, I guess, would be right around this area here of about 56 cents or so before, again, things will hit the fan once more. Let me quickly put that in for you guys so you can understand exactly that little area here. Right now, we got to bounce perfectly in our demand zone, which is basically points we've hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever times. And that was also the area at which we bursted out from. As you can clearly see, the point we hit is also the point which we last hit before the breakout. So right now we are getting back to April of 2021 levels, so levels from last month. It's not even that crazy. And we're most likely building on here again. I am hoping to basically, again, get this retest, go upwards again a little bit over the next day or so. Maybe another retest here to kind of grind itself out before skyrocketing past. A couple of other analysts over on Twitter have basically said the same thing. Leb Crypto said XRP risks a further downside to test 57 to 65 cent demand zone. Many alts still have not gotten a fully RSI reset on the daily. I believe more sell sides pressure is coming, particularly as Bitcoin gains more dominance in the market. Maybe a short-term relief rally before the above though, which didn't actually happen. Then there's also Credible Crypto and BC Backer. Credible Crypto said, sorry bears, your fun is almost over. It's actually pretty funny because, well, the fun from the bears was definitely not over. Definitely not over. So, I mean, what can I say about that? I mean, we expected it, didn't happen. We expected both sides, though, which is the best thing to do, you know, that you at least know exactly what you're up against. Pretty funny. The Moon Carl said, I have no idea. By the way, before we actually go on here, make sure that you press the freaking like button. Some people said Dusty's not going to make videos anymore when the bear market comes. Some people said this guy is full of crap. Some people said XP is dead. Every crypto is going down right now. It's the way it goes. Can we do anything against it? No. I have tweeted out, though, that the banks are coming on in, which is really the truth. Banks are adopting it right now at a massive scale. Even Goldman Sachs said that Ethereum can actually outperform Bitcoin. But then Bitcoin is adopted by almost all the major banks right now. Ripple's working with them. Again, Bitcoin is starting to get adopted by them, and all those clients with the major banks want to get in. Don't forget Grayscale and what huge guys are into that one as well in the background, buying crypto up right now. Michael Saylor still has the majority of his wealth in Bitcoin. Elon Musk with Tesla still owns Bitcoin. I would say that this whole entire crypto correction that we're witnessing right now has told us one thing, and that is cash out something once it hits all-time highs or a little bit above there, just to make sure you're always satisfied. Because right now, I am not worried for a single second. I'm not thinking about cashing the crypto out. I just know, you know what? I'll hold my crypto for the next 3 years, whatever. Let's see what comes of it, right? I just want to add to my bag. I don't really care too much. I don't watch the value of my portfolio. Obviously, I do watch the crypto prices because I provide the news, but I don't check the value of my portfolio purely because I literally do not care. It's not that I need the money, because I always tell you guys, never invest money that you cannot afford to lose. However, it's also not like I am literally going to use the crypto money because, well, it's not, I don't know, I don't use the crypto money. I just have it there for a couple of years, and I'll just take a look at it then once I'm satisfied, or once I see the crypto prices are really at a nice little rate. So the Moon Carl said, I have no idea why people are freaking out over this crash. I look into my wallet and I have the same amount of Bitcoin that I've always had. Don't panic. And there's two sides to this story. One is the part that I really agree with, which is I still have the same amount of coins, so I'm really not that worried about it. I mean, just got to be honest with you, I really am not that worried. On a different sense, if he doesn't get why people are freaking out, that's maybe a sign that he's lost touch with reality. I mean, it's not that crazy that people are stressing out over a big dip like this. Some people put some of their hard-earned savings into crypto, hoping to make something out of it, and boom, lost half of it, for example. And that can definitely be devastating. I really get that. The Martini guy said, but bro, you're also a multimillionaire, and most people are not. Understand how fortunate you are to be in your position. I think Martini guy here is a little bit too harsh, because even though he's a multimillionaire, I guess his sayings still apply, right? I mean, it doesn't matter that he's a multimillionaire or that most people are not, because maybe the people worrying are also multimillionaires. I mean, that doesn't make any sense right there. This whole tweet here actually doesn't make that much sense, except for the fact that it is relatable, because yes, if you're not as wealthy as this man is, or having so much income, it might be a lot more difficult for you to handle. Then again, the other side of things is also, if you couldn't handle this from the get-go, then why get into it? Because it's not like we did not expect a crash at one point or another. I'm still not thinking the bull market is over altogether. And let me say it differently. I still believe firmly that every single crypto that we talk about on this channel, right? The ones that I guess, kind of encourage, not give financial advice for, obviously, I don't give financial advice, but encourage that those will still see a higher price point at one point or another. And am I buying the dip? Yes. I still don't expect us to dump to the freaking ground. Then again, it's kind of funny to see how XRP has divided the price already by 3 almost. It's going pretty damn fast. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going pretty damn fast. And I mean, yeah, think about it from a month ago perspective. Prices were at quote unquote all-time high for a lot of these cryptos. It's pretty funny to me to see how a lot of people are asking then, hey, should I buy, should I buy, should I buy? And right now they're like, should I sell, should I sell, should I sell? It should be the other way around. It should literally be the other way around. When things are going properly, you should actually look to sell some. And when things are doing bad, you should look to buy some. You guys all know, when there's blood in the streets, hey, you already know what what was I going to say right there. You already know it. You already know it. Buy. You buy. And BC Backer literally said, hey all, like I mentioned in my videos throughout the week, I'm unavailable. I have no computer access, so XRP finally heads back towards the 3-year broken resistance to check back for some support. That was set in this little area. You can see, yes, it hit that, and it was interesting. So 3 years resistance, to check for support. I won't be surprised by one more push down to really grind it in there to get a bottom. Typically, that's what we see. Takes out a previous low, goes back to hit it, sets one more low, and then pops back out of there, which is the second one. All I can say about that is, well, this little drawing here is not that relevant. I think the better drawing is the one we put up right here exactly, which is basically we had our bottom, hit it for the second time, then we needed a retest of this previous important zone, demand zone, mostly because that's where we, escalated from. That's again the point where we went parabolic. That's the point you want to retest. Specifically right here. Specifically, and that's exactly the point which we just hit, that little area here of where again things broke out. That's exactly what we retested right now, and that could be because XRP went completely parabolic over in that area. And again, we need to find some support there. People are trying to kind of test it out to see if it's still working. And for Bitcoin, things are a little bit different because we actually did cross one of our major support. Oh no, okay, we didn't. Never mind. I was actually thinking we actually did cross one of our major supports, but we didn't. We didn't just cross it quite yet. Again, you can see where or what type of line we are still on Bitcoin. We actually did not hit it just quite yet. So there's still actually a little bit of room to fall down for on Bitcoin if we're taking the absolute lowest wick. If we're taking lowest body, I guess a positive thing to happen would be a close for Bitcoin above this little line right here. Once more, that is Bitcoin. A lot of people have said it's right now the determining factor because of some triangles they put in. I don't think that's what we have to do right now. We have to look at the bigger fundamentals right here, which is that Bitcoin made a low right here. This is actually one of the first higher lows that it made within this run. If we actually close above there, I would say, hey, it's a retest. Okay, good to see. Right now, we have such a huge candle on the weekly, which is about to close in like 8 hours from now, that it's looking even more bearish. Specifically, the most positive scenario ever, it would be if we hit the 50 MA, come back up and actually close above $32,000. If we hit the MA at 27,000 and stay below these two specifically, I wouldn't like that too much, right? But for right now, that's what I'm thinking. Again, Bitcoin maybe just retesting here and closing above the yellow line here at about 32.5 thousand. That is basically what I'm waiting for here. That's what I'm hoping for. If you're wondering what went on, it's basically just a lot of China rumors, a lot of regulation rumors, a lot of people getting afraid, and that is added on top of the people that were already afraid. And again, sell-offs create more panic, which create more sell-offs. It's just people stacking on top of people and stacking on top of people getting afraid of things. You guys most likely already get the drift. It's just people being completely scared and baffled. Now, what is going on the other side of things, like for example, the banks and whatnot? I don't really hear too much about people really selling, so it's kind of strange, right? Nobody's talking about selling if the price is going down. There are definitely people selling. There's definitely a lot of people panicking out. Is that a good or bad decision? Well, to me, it's a really bad decision because I think an amount of coins. I don't think an amount of dollar value. I want to have these coins for the next couple of years, and I don't mind if the price of them goes down or the value of my portfolio goes down. I still have the same amount of coins, so it doesn't really matter to me since I think the adoption will come eventually. The only thing is, maybe you could sell them now to buy back cheaper or do something like that. I don't know about that, though. I don't know how to do that properly. I'm not that type of trader. I don't know how to swing my whole portfolio like that, so I never risk it. What I do is I buy dips, and sometimes I sell after it's made a little bit of profit, but I usually just buy dips and add to my stash. Whenever I think, hey, this would look juicy in my portfolio, I just buy it, boom, add it, and there we go. Next time I'll add some more, and that I do with income money, right? Income or money that I have just left. Maybe sometimes it's also staking money, for example, from USDT. I might use that to also put it in because I still think longer term we are good. Right now there's a ton of panic and there's a ton of people hating. Make sure you help out the channel a little bit by pressing the like button to just even those things out a little bit. Because man, oh man, will we get a lot of hatred for covering this stuff still. The amount of people who say XRP is dead is going to be crazy out of this world. But it's not just XRP, it is every crypto right now. Bitcoin has taken over a lot of its dominance the last couple of days. It's interesting. It's definitely interesting to watch. But let it unfold. Let's watch it all together. And yes, we are still buying every single chance we get because, well, this is at least a lot cheaper than we had a couple of weeks ago when we were still buying anyway. So, yeah, if things go wrong, what is wrong, right? All that could be, quote unquote, wrong is that crypto goes into oblivion for a little while once more. I don't really mind that too much. We just keep buying every single step along the way. And yada boom, bada bing, bada boom.